green next time by.
So the caution lights have gone down. Phil doubled up, ready to try it again off of turn number 4. The 1,500 to win the 5-lap Outpace USRA B-Mod Ironman Challenge Series A main. Green here at Humboldt Speedway.
Back to green, take 2 in the B-Mod A main. And again, it's a pair of 18 cars roaring into turn number 1. Kurt Drake will get the jump to the outside of the 18 of J.C. Morton. Drake in that SIG tire repair for 18. See if he can lead lap number 1 in the 18. He'll slide across the racetrack. Morton drop to the bottom. It'll be Kurt Drake on lap 1.
Just behind them, we got Brian Bolin, the number 3 spot. A side-by-side battle there as well between Eric Cans and Jared Timmerman. Good race for the 4th place spot down the back straightaway as the 18 still roll out in front. Here comes Morton down to the inside of Drake on lap 2.
Trouble on the back. Brandon Hare off the pace in the 56 there for a moment, but a good battle up front. J.C. Morton has gone from the bottom to the top. Now he's going to try to work over the 18 of Drake. Bolin in the X2 car sitting in that 3rd spot. Good battle right behind him as well. J.C. Morton again to the bottom of the racetrack there, wheel to wheel on turn 4 for the lead.
Side by side for the lead down into turns 1 and 2. We've lost Brandon Hare in this one. He's pulled down to the infield in the 56. Here comes Morton back down to the inside of the 18 of Drake as they race into turns 3 and 4. Side by side coming back around. Drake still out in front.
Kurt Drake by a car length. J.C. Morton all over him. Then it's Bolin, then it's Timmerman, then it's Cans. Top 5 runners here. They're screaming around the Hummer tonight on a freshly prepped Humboldt Speedway. J.C. Morton going to take a look down to the bottom in the red PCD 18, but it's still Drake at the line.
Side by side once again for the lead. Morton back down to the inside of the 18 of Drake. Bolin still follows in 3rd. Jared Timmerman. Good run going in that 4th place spot. 5th is Eric Kansas. Side by side for the lead coming out of turn 4.
Good racing here all the way around the Humboldt Speedway tonight. Sean Strong and Mike Striegel both going to call it quits at the same time. They're going to dive off onto the infield. The top 3 have driven away. Bolin now. He's last Saturday night's feature winner here at the regular season opener. Going to be a 3-car battle for the lead. It is still Kurt Drake out front.
Morton still running 1 to 2 lines lower than the 18 of Drake. He'll take another look down to the inside through turns 1 and 2. Those top 2 hustle off into away, about a 2-car length advantage between those 2. And the X2 of Brian Bolin as Drake still hangs on over Morton.
Kurt Drake, J.C. Morton, and Brian Bolin, a great 3-car battle. Now here comes Morton. J.C. Morton will pull even almost down the back straightaway. They're going to go wheel to wheel into turn number 3. A little bit of contact, maybe, maybe not. Kurt Drake will edge him out. He'll hang on to the lead in 18.
Morton upsets the car just a bit that time on exit turn number 4. You can see his right rear quarter panel crinkled up where he hit the frame rail coming off the top side of turn number 4. That's allowed Bolin to close to his deck lid into turns 3 and 4. Kurt Drake still hanging on, but Morton has a shot this time off of 4.
Boy, what a race here at the front of the field. Those 18 cars wearing each other out. It's Kurt Drake, your leader, J.C. Morton second, and Brian Bolin is loving it as he's reeling them in lap after lap in X2. Morton continued to take a look to the bottom. Still Drake at the line in 18.
Top 3 have broken away. A distant 4th, Jared Timmerman in this one. 5th is Eric Cans. 6 runs Tesh. And 7th is McGowan as they race down the back straightaway. Good battle for that 6th place spot as Morton works back down to the inside of Drake once again.
Dylan Allen was off the pace just for a second. He's gathered it back up. We'll stay green. J.C. Morton again going to take a look down to the bottom of Kurt Drake. What a race for the lead. 3rd spot still Bolin. 4th spot still Timmerman. 5th is Cans. Great battle at the front of the field. Continuing to be a pair of 18s at the line.
The 18's putting on a show here at the Hummer. They'll race side by side once again into turns 1 and 2. Morton trying to find a groove to go to work on the 18 of Drake as they hustle down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4. Brian Bolin still watching a great race in that 3rd place spot as Timmerman and Cans take care of your top 5.
Just outside of the top 5, Brian McGowan has come to 6th. DJ Tesh runs 7th. Stockton is 8th. Kenton Allen is 9th. And Andy Bryant now into the top 10 of the 28. Bryant cracking the top 10. Back circling around to the lead. It is still Kurt Drake up front in 18.
Morton still right in the wheel tracks of Drake down into turns 1 and 2. Bolin following there in 3rd as well. Morton 1 groove lower once again down the back straightaway. Could possibly come into lap traffic in this one as they work off of turn number 4. Look at Bolin, a big drive along the bottom. Has to back out of it though, and he'll settle back into 3rd.
Drake now has gone down to protect that bottom of the racetrack just a bit. J.C. Morton going to try to pull a crossover move. Down the back straightaway, Morton going to stamp on the top side. Drake down to the bottom. Drake wash across Morton now. Down to the bottom. You may have a new race leader at the line. You do. It's J.C. Morton.
J.C. Morton takes over here with 17 laps in the books, and now we're going to try to go 3 wide for the lead. 8 laps to go in this one. Things getting good up front. Bowen now in the mix as well as Drake shoots down to the inside of Morton. Morton, your leader with 7 laps to go.
A great one brewing here at the Hummer. Drake with trouble. Drake just slapped the wall right at the flag stand. Bowen will move by a second. J.C. Morton trying to go back-to-back on the weekend as he won here on Thursday night. Of course, he won that $8,000 Battle at the Bull Ring a couple of weeks ago. Still leads in 18.
Well, see what Bowen can do in that X2 car as he follows Morton here with 6 laps to go. Kurt Drake in that 3rd place spot. 4th is Timmerman, and 5th Eric Cans. They race down the back straightaway. Here comes Morton, your leader in 18.
Not too many laps to go here in this USRA B-Mod A main. It's J.C. Morton. Still your leader by about 3 car lengths. Morton, Bolin, Drake, Timmerman, Cans now with some pressure. Here comes McGowan. Brian McGowan going to try to take over 5th off turn number 4, this time by.
Oh, and we got trouble for the 23 of Eric Cans. He's off the pace in 4, not able to exit the speedway, and the caution will come out. So Eric Cans off the pace along the front straightaway, and the yellow is out here with 21 laps in the books. Yellow out with 21 in and 4 to go. Eric Cans, the Winona, Minnesota racer. Slow in 4, not able to exit the speedway, and the caution flag has to wave. We bring it to a slow with 4 laps to go. What a race it's been up front. The 8
caution lights out, ready to bring her back to greens. J.C. Morton in 18.
4 laps to go in this one. J.C. Morton back on the throttle. We got contact down the front straightaway. Kurt Drake and Jared Timmerman. That bottles up everybody into turns 1 and 2. Look at Andy Bryant deep in the field in that 28 car. He's now holding alongside Brian McGowan, and Andy Bryant's on the way in 28.
Andy Bryant started 18th this one, remember, in that 28 car, and he is rolling. Kenton Allen off onto the infield. We got some trouble on the back straightaway for Dylan Allen. Both of them out at the same time. Down the back straightaway, J.C. Morton will jump out to a sizable advantage with just a handful of laps to go.
Morton with a comfortable lead for time being. 2nd runs Drake. 3rd is Timmerman. Race for 4th. Still a good one, Andy Bryant. Down the inside of the 22 of Brian McGowan. Those two in a pretty good battle again. Bryant has worked from deep in the field. 18th on the grid. Into the top 5 as the white flag waves off of turn number 4.
One more trip to go here at the Humboldt Speedway. 1,500 to win. In this 25-lapper, Dan Wheeler's off the pace in the red one. Keep on rolling up there, Chief, and we're going to come to the checkered. If he can stay out of harm's way, it looks like he will. We'll come to the checkered. Your winner tonight, J.C. Morton in 18.
You have any modifieds lined up yet?
There it is, a good one. All the way through. Top 5 in this one. 5th will go to the 22 of Brian McGowan. 4th to the 28 of Andy Bryant. He come all the way from 18th to 4th. 3rd will go to Jared Timmerman in the 17. Kurt Drake will be 2nd in the 18. And picking up the win yet again, his 2nd win on the weekend. 3rd of the early 2017 racing season, sponsored by X Fuel, PCD Race Cars, Yeoman Race Engines, Brike Racing, Thompson Enterprises, DustinsDream.net. 18 will get him across the scale, and he'll roll into the Hummer victory lane, $1,500 richer. And as we said earlier, what a start for PCD Race Cars this year. Picked a good.
He's getting set to climb from the car, race fans. J.C. Morton, tonight's $1,500 feature winner. We'll grab J.C. over here in front of his PCD Race Cars, Yeoman powered number 18. J.C. becoming a familiar face down here in Humboldt Speedway Victory Lane. Another great race tonight.
Oh, yeah, it was a pretty hard battle there. The 18 car got out and got the jump on me, and then I kept rolling that bottom because that's kind of where it was for a while. It looked like the top started moving up, and then I finally darted in on the top over there, and when I did, it just shot to the bottom. I got the run down the front stretch home. Then it's free selling then.
How about these PCD race cars? They work fast, as we've seen in the slick tonight. They work great on the fast track as well.
Yeah, they're a phenomenal race car. New chassis company just coming in. We're trying to get the name out there, and we're trying to make them look good. But I got to thank Shane and them, Jared Thompson, Fast Shafts, Outpace, Dustin's Dream, Yeoman, Thompson Enterprise, Brike, all USRA, all these people. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be able to do it. My dad, my crew, my father-in-law, we were short on hands, so I called him Friday and I said, hey, you got to come. We need help. And he was here. He stayed the night. And he's been working all day on the A-Mod trying to get it ready. Got to thank all those people. It's an unbelievable opportunity.
Ready to get back to work? You got the modified and the B-Mod. We got a lot of racing to go.
Oh, yeah. I think I'm probably going to be about mid-pack in a C main there. We're shooting for a top 12, and then we're going to try to make it through the B and make it into the A. That topped my weekend off, and then maybe if we could come back and win this next B-Mod feature, it'd really, it'd make it an unbelievable weekend.
There he is, race fans. One more time, J.C. Morton, tonight's B-Mod feature winner. Coming back to the green.
Chris Jackson, just like last time, will jump to the race lead. The inside of the front row will take the 65 car into turn number 1. Jackson down to the bottom, Morgan to the outside. Good battle side by side. Mike Striegel hanging out in the top 5 early. See if he can't challenge for a top 3 finishing spot before this thing is all said and done. Chris Jackson will lead lap 1 in 65.
Pretty good race for the third place spot as Mike Tanner's able to take over from the 0-2 of Cole Denner. We got Jared Timmerman up on the wall along the front straightaway, but we're able to stay green for time being as Jackson hits his marks along the bottom of turn number 4. Timmerman still off the pace down the back straightaway.
Timmerman going to dive off onto the infield. His night done. Chris Jackson showing the way in 65. Jerry Morgan hanging on to that runner-up spot. Mike Tanner now rolling around the outside. Tanner now drops to the bottom of the racetrack in 20. Cole Denner on the outside in 0-2 as well. Good 5-car, now 6-car breakaway behind your leader, Jackson, in 65.
Business picking up second on back in this one as Striegel is also alongside the 0-2 of Cole Denner through turns 1 and 2. The Wheatland Outlaw in a pretty good battle there with Denner. Mike Tanner still going to work on the 42 of Morgan as well as our 2x2, second through 5th with Bryant just on the outside looking in.
Still Chris Jackson showing the way. Jolly was up on the wall there for a moment. He's pulled his 00 car out of it. It's all Chris Jackson here so far. Jackson, Morgan, Tanner, Denner, Striegel, Bryant. We've got one around in turn number 2. That is the 14N of Barger around over in turn number 2, and the caution is out. Caution lights out one more time. Pair of yellows early in this one. 4 laps in, 21 to go. Chris Jackson, so he said, has been the class of the field in his debut here this weekend. Out front, back to green in 65.
Here we go, back underway in tonight's Outpace USRA B-Mod A main event. Just 4 laps in of 25. Jackson takes the big field down through turns 1 and 2. Striegel stolen the 3rd place spot down the back straightaway. Andy Bryant trying to follow suit. Keep an eye on those two as they work off the hub of turn number 4.
Good battle now for the runner-up spot. Still 3 wide outside of the top 5. Mike Striegel, a great drive down to the bottom of the racetrack in 17X. He'll take his 2nd spot. Tanner going to settle at 3rd. Andy Bryant out of 4th. 5th will be Jerry Morgan. Chris Jackson's all alone up front, but here comes Striegel in 17.
Striegel really starting to get that GRT race car wound up. He'll look to close the advantage once again through turns 1 and 2. Mike Tanner in that 3rd place spot as we've got trouble down in turns 1 and 2. Ben Stockton turned around the wrong direction, and yellow flag is back in the air for the Kansas City, Missouri racer. Stockton in 20S around in 1 and 2, and we're back under caution with 6 laps in the books. To business here in the Outpace USRA B-Mod A main. Jackson on your front row out in front by his lonesome. We come back to green. Here with 6 in and 19 to go.
Back to the lead goes Chris Jackson here in 65. Right to the bottom of the racetrack. Good side-by-side battle now for the runner-up spot. Now it's going to go 3 wide. Here comes Andy Bryant. Bryant, the 28, will make it 3 wide into turn number 3. Bryant in the middle. Striegel slides across the racetrack. Andy Bryant going to go to 3rd. He's going to go to work on 2nd now off turn 4.
Bryant really coming to life on that last restart. He'll work down to the inside of Mike Tanner for the 2nd place spot. Striegel has slipped back into the 4th place spot. We got a couple drivers off the pace down the front straightaway. One of them's Dylan Allen. Slow around the bottom of turns 1 and 2, but we're staying racing out in front with Jackson, your leader.
Chris Jackson, Andy Bryant, Mike Tanner, Mike Striegel, and Cole Denner rounding out the top 5 here as we continue to race down the back straightaway. Dylan Allen going to slide off onto the infield. His night done. Mackenzie Gert is off the pace in turn number 1 as well, but Chris Jackson continues to lead off turn number 4.
2nd still runs Bryant. Mike Tanner in that 3rd place spot. Striegel still searching there as we've got Sean Strong stopped at the top side of turn number 4. Luke Phillips heading pit side as well, but it's Strong that's rolled to a halt on the exit of 4. And the caution flag comes back out once again.
Sean Strong has had a rough weekend here in the 14. He had a rough battle at the Bullring weekend as well.
Back to the green flag. 9 laps completed. This 25 lappers. We're ready to get back underway off of turn 4.
Chris Jackson back on the hammer, ready to go. Back racing this time by. It'll be Jackson, Bryant, Tanner bringing us down to green. Into turn number 1, off turn number 2. Andy Bryan trying to wrestle that second spot away. Mike Tanner not going to give it up quite yet. How about J.C. Morton? He's up to 7th. Morton rolling around the outside. He's trying to go 3 for 3 this weekend in that PCD. Chris Jackson's got something to say about that, leading in 65.
Yeah, Morton out of the B main here this evening, trying to work his way through the field. Look out, Tanner, and look out, J.C. Morton. Just as we were talking about Morton, he was unable to sneak by when Tanner went around and collected Mike Striegel. So yellow out in turns 1 and 2.
Tanner in 20, Striegel, Denner, Morton, Morgan, Jackson, Bryant, Striegel, 1, 2, 3, and away we go.
Back underway in tonight's Outpace USRA B-Mod A-Main. Chris Jackson at the bottom of turns 1 and 2. Striegel with a good restart of the 28 of Andy Bryan. He'll reclaim the second place spot down the back straightaway. Striegel back into second. Here comes Bryant digging down to the inside of the 17. They're door to door. Bryant a little tight coming off of turn number 4, and Striegel will take second.
What a run for Alex Williamson. Williamson, good drive on the bottom of the racetrack. He's gone to third. Now he's got a second. Here comes Alex. Alex will move to the second spot of the 15 car. Mike Striegel will go to the outside. Bryant, Denner, all right there. Eric Kansas as well, but your leader still Jackson in 65.
So Alex Williamson out of the B main earlier here this evening. He has rolled from the 13th starting spot now into second. Bryant in a door-to-door battle with Striegel down the back straightaway. They're also door-to-door between Cans and Denner. Great battles across the track as Jaden Larson is off the pace down the back straightaway.
Jaden Larson, trouble in turn number 3. He's going to try to drive to the bottom. No, he isn't. And the caution is out one more time, this time for Jaden Larson, who got in the wall in turn number 2. And the caution is out again. Top 5 runners as we're ready to come back to the green with 6 to go.
So here we go, back to the green in this one as the field works single file into 4 and down the front straightaway. Back underway here at the Humboldt Speedway. Andy Bryant rolling the high line of the speedway, still being challenged by Mike Striegel for third as they race down the back straightaway. Great restart for Jackson as he brings him off of turn 4.
Still Chris Jackson, Alex Williamson, Andy Bryant has gone to the top of the racetrack now. Let's see if Bryant can build up that momentum up on the cushion and see if he can challenge Alex Williamson here for second. Chris Jackson's driven away pretty solidly, easily in the 65. Jackson will continue to lead here with 4 to go.
There we go off of turn number 4. Andy Bryant starting to get the momentum wound up behind that Billy Moyer victory race car. He'll roll up to the top side of turns 1 and 2, but Williamson strong off the bottom. Striegel bobbles a little bit coming off of turn number 2, and Denner will get down to the inside of the 17. Denner with a great run tonight as he works up into 4th.
Still Chris Jackson, Alex Williamson, and Andy Bryant's hoods flopped up on the 28. Bryant continued to horse that 28 car around the bottom in 30. He's only got 2.5 laps to try to get to the checker to come to the line this time by 18 in and 2 to go.
3-car battle for that 4th place spot. It's Cans, Striegel, and Denner going 3 wide off of 4. Things narrow up along the top side, and Striegel and Denner get together for a moment. No harm, no foul. We stay green with now 1 lap to go. White flag in the air for Chris Jackson in 65.
One more trip around the Hummer. Chris Jackson has led every single lap. He'll work his way into turn number 3, this time by... It'll be Jackson, Williamson, Bryant, 1, 2, 3. Chris Jackson into turn 3 and into turn 4. He will win tonight's USRA B-Mod A-Main in 65. And there it is, tonight's USRA B-Mod main event. To the checkered 5th spot will go to the 17X of Mike Striegel, 4th to the 02 of Cole Denner, 3rd to get to the 28 of Andy Bryant, 2nd to get to the 15 of Alex Williamson, and picking up the win, he will park his 65 car in Humboldt Speedway Victory Lane. Sponsored by Rubel Race Engines, TJR Motorsports, Joe's Pharmacy, Anglers Port Marine, East 32 Meat Processing, Vans Motor Sales, and Factory 56. Your winner tonight, Chris Jackson in 65.
Here he is, race fans, out of Lebanon, Missouri, Chris Jackson, tonight's USRA B-Mod feature winner. Get a word with the driver, the 65 over here right in front. So Chris, roll in. Hadn't raced this weekend. Shake the 65 down and pick up a feature win. Great run tonight.
Yeah, one and done. We was coming yesterday, and we went to pull out of the track, and my trailer wheels locked up. I took one of the hubs off, and literally the brake pads fell off 2 of the wheels. So unfortunately, I had to just take the day and spend on my hauling device, not my race car. So I really wish we could have been here. Great track. You guys did great work with what you just dealt with here, Mother Nature-wise, and I'm just glad to be here.
Anybody you'd like to thank for the 65?
Oh man, my cousin Tony Jackson's helped me out so much this year with chassis and just how things work. Rubel Racing Engines, I'm going to tell you tonight, if you don't have horsepower, you're not going to win. And Joe's Pharmacy's by far the biggest sponsor I have. Van's Motor Sales is one of the best. He goes with me to every single race there is. East 32 Meat Processing, Starnes Excavating, all these guys, Shaw Race Cars, all of them. I got to thank them a lot.
There he is, race fans. One more time, Chris Jackson. We'll get one more in here.
My wife.
There you go. You saved it right there at the end. There he is, race fans. One more time again. Chris Jackson wins tonight's Outpace B-Mod A main.
You won't have any money in your pocket.